Alright folks, well, step one of taking care of the truck, fixing it up, is today. So, here we have the new rear lenses, and it's going for an alignment and the leveling kit. Hey, who won the hockey game last night?
I know.
Who won the hockey game last night?
Canada! Canada free and USA got 2.
Yeah, baby. And of course, on a day that I dropped the truck off to get some stuff done to it, it is snowing. It was not supposed to snow today. But here we go. Well, hello folks. Welcome back to part number 1 of revitalizing this truck. The 2019 F350 6.7 Powerstroke that has been used. Alright, so this 2019 F350, like I said, that has been absolutely used and abused through the years. I have treated my trucks as good as possible with working them as hard as possible, but this truck here has been passed around to every single employee that I've had in the last 7 years, and at times it has not been treated very nicely, but it just keeps going and going and going. Haven't really had to do much to this truck at all. It did lose some weight. Other than that, finally put a couple front end parts on it and some brakes here in 2024. 9-foot tube Boss V blades, been on this thing its whole life, plowing cell tower roads and off-grid roads and just everything rough and smash, and ugh. It hasn't been just a casual Sunday drive for this truck. 300,000 kilometers on it roughly, and it just keeps going. So I've decided I'm going to keep this thing as long as I possibly can, and I'm going to put some love into it, like I told you guys in the last video on this truck. Check out that video if you want to see what my plans are for it. I'll mention a couple things right now, but so far what we got done is, you may notice that the truck is sitting a little bit different. I have the 2.5-inch Ready Lift leveling kit on the front, and the truck needed to get aligned anyway. The steering wheel was all crooked and off to the side. So I said, well, if I need to get it aligned, I might as well throw a leveling kit on it right now, where they're gonna have it in there to get alignment done anyway. So the truck sits way better now, way nicer. I do have airbags and a compressor off of one of my other trucks that I will be putting on this truck. So we got the leveling kit done, we got the alignment done, and we got the new taillight lenses on. So the old ones were cracked and smashed and water was getting inside. Got the new ones on. I got these off of Amazon, 150 bucks Canadian, so you know where they came from, but that's all I'm going to say about that. The price from the dealer compared to Amazon getting delivered to my door, I really couldn't say no. So new taillight lenses are on, looking much better. Obviously you can see that bumper still on there, all crinkled. The back fender on there still crinkled. That's what's left to do with the bodywork side of things. So this fender, new to me secondhand bumper, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much with this tailgate. I'll keep my eye out for a secondhand one, but this spot here I am gonna get fixed up as well, at the same time that we get that done over there. And then new Husky kickback style mud flaps all the way around. This is the only mud flap that is still on this truck. There is a couple other dings in this thing. You can see there's a ding right there. There's a ding right here that I am pretty sure happened from one of the guys using the mulcher, and too close to the mulcher, boom, flung it against the side of the truck. Because the same thing happened with my 550. You can see this fender right here, it's got a little crinkle in it. I'm not going to worry about that. The truck has scratches all over it. It's been going through cell tower roads and, like I said, off-grid properties its whole life that are not trimmed out as much as what they should be. There's a little ding right here, and then of course there is some more scratches. You can really start to notice some of the scratches more and more when it's sort of clean. We got some heavy rain last night, and it definitely came from that direction because that side is washed off, this side is not. But yeah, I mean, honestly, even so, with those scratches and those other dings on the truck, once I get this fixed and the bumper fixed and I put the mud flaps on, I plan to dip the wheels. I can now run a 37 if I want with the leveling kit on the front. I think it's still a pretty darn good looking truck for what it's been through. The inside is quite dirty, but I'll get that detailed and cleaned out as well. And then I want to keep this thing looking as good as possible going forward. I got the new slip tank that's going to go on the back. That old one will come off. Like, standing here looking at this truck right now, honestly, I think it looks pretty darn good for what it's been through. Like I said, to the naked eye driving by, it looks pretty good. When you get up close and you start walking around and you want to critique everything, of course there are some battle wounds. So I found out what was causing the axle to be off in the back, and there was a guy driving behind me, and he got a hold of one of the guys who works for me and said that the truck is dog walking. You can see that this axle, this tire, is just inside the fender, and this tire is just outside the fender. There's a broken leaf spring pack, so I gotta replace one of the leaf packs, and I gotta figure out which one it was, because I just had one replaced when this truck went in for an inspection, which was before Christmas sometime. Let's see what the sticker says here. September. So September, this went in for an inspection, and that's when they had to replace that spring pack then. I am definitely curious to make sure that that is not the same one that is broke again. But anyway, that's enough for a walk around. We'll get in the truck. Actually, let's fire this thing up. Let's fire this thing up. Now that I'm done doing most of my talking, we can let this beast roar. He's healthy now. All right, so now we're on our way up to the valley, driving the truck, and like it pretty much just drives like a new one, really. Like the new ones, 2025s, obviously they've done some changes to the suspension and all that, and they drive pretty smooth, I gotta say. But back to when this truck was new, this thing pretty much drives the same way. So if I can, this road is rough as you can imagine, but no shake in the steering wheel, just does what it's supposed to do. And with this leveling kit and 35s on it, with that weight lost, she's averaging 12 liters per 100 kilometers right now. That's pretty darn good. This thing used to get like 15, 16 before it went on a diet. So that definitely helped it, that's for sure. But man, I just can't believe, like sitting in this truck and driving this truck, anyone that I would put in this truck and say take it for a drive, they would not believe if I was to tell them or try to show them what this truck went through in the 6 or 7 years, whatever it is, 7 years of its life. They would not believe it, that's for sure. The leveling kit didn't really affect the ride at all, not that I can notice. Man, I mean, the road is so rough, but It's driving nice. Well, here's the truck doing its normal thing. Climbing up access roads. I had to come check out this road to see if we can get the pile guys back in here to make some adjustments. This was all just nothing but ice a couple days ago. I don't think we'll have any issues now. May have to sand this section, but we'll see. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty warm too. But at least where the hills are, the sun's getting at them, melting it off. Yeah, it should be good. Use some more gravel up here. So that's the work side of things. Now, for the play side of things. Yeah, I'd say she still works pretty good.